Welcome everyone to Marketing Tips Tuesday from PracticeFuel, the 9-step system that'll show you everything you need to know to market your practice online in a way that you have never seen before. Okay, my name is Brian Devine, and today we are talking about patients on demand. Now, before I get real deep into this, I want to make sure that you have that context. And let me make this a little bit bigger here. So if we've already gotten your foundation in place, so you have that website that is just working really well, you've got your real-time reputation rock solid, social media is just crushing it, now we can start doing the fun stuff, the patients on demand. Now, why are we talking about that as kind of the fuel part? Well, because if you start pouring that fuel onto a poor foundation, it just seeps right through. It doesn't work as well. Now, when we talk about patients on demand, there is a lot of nuances to it, but here's the most important part when your foundation is solid is it really just comes down to your offer. What are you offering that makes you stand out in the crowd? And that's really what it comes down to. So a lot of people, and myself included, the easy solution is discounts, right? So the advantage of offering a big discount is because it grabs attention, it gets people motivated, and it takes people that were thinking, maybe this is right for me too, I really want to check this out. So that is why a great big offer can really, really work and help. So if you're just starting out and you're thinking, okay, I really want to get some traction, make a big offer. Big discounts work extremely well. You don't have to do it all the time. So what happens if you don't want to do a big offer or as far as a big discount, but you have to do something big just to get people's attention? Because we do live in a world where getting people's attention is really the hard part. So now we're talking about delivering more value. And it can be perceived value. It doesn't have to be that you're giving away things that cost you any money. It's just, what can you do that has that perceived value? Now, the key to this is that when you're going to do something that is different than a big discount, and you're going to offer that big value, that means you have to do more explaining. Okay, you have to take more time to really get into the minds of your prospects. So how do you do that? Well, we talked about, I think last week we talked about the, be everywhere all the time, so that you have that opportunity to talk about all these different things that you offer and all the value that you bring to your patients. So when you are getting their attention, when you are then now saying, hey, I've got your attention, here's the offer, call us today. Now you can do things that are a little bit more interesting. So maybe it's free or guaranteed smile for life. That is something that we've seen working pretty well around the country. And what does that mean? Well, you have to explain it to people, because if you just say, hey, and we guarantee your smile for life, well, what does that mean? Okay, so you have to be very clear about that. So that means more explaining. And that's where video comes in. So if you're comfortable on video, you have somebody on your team that's good on video, create a video about what it is that you offer that sets you apart from everyone else. So that's what I want to really cover today, is making sure that you're aware that there's more things that you can do than just big discounts. So right out of the gate, discounts work. So if you're going to grab someone's attention with a big discount, it's going to work, it's going to get attention, but is it necessarily something that you want to do over and over? And for the long term, maybe not. And maybe it's one thing that you do to kick off a slow season, and then you stop doing that for the busier seasons. So you can kind of turn those things on and off. But think about the things that you offer that set you apart. And even if it is something that everyone does, if you're the one who's talking about it and no one else is, then you're the one that is separated themselves for that thing. So if you don't do impressions anymore and it's all digital, talk about that. Now, you might be thinking, hey, everybody down the street, like everyone I know is using these. But if you're the one talking about it, that gives you an advantage. And if you want to offer, free adjustments or retainers for life, something that really stands you out, but chances of people taking advantage of it, more than a couple of times a year are pretty slim. And by a couple of times a year, I mean a couple of patients, once in a while. So out of the course of a year, you have maybe 2 or 3 people that might say, yeah, you know what, I'd like to get that adjustment done. So anything that you can do to set yourself apart. So again, doesn't always have to be a big discount. There's other things that you can do. And believe it or not, giveaways, freebies, things that are like, hey, if you get started this month, we've got, these iPod Air, or something that everyone kind of wants and that's kind of fun. Or maybe things that are a little bit frivolous that people generally aren't going to spend money on because they have an expense like your services. But giving that away can also get people just over the hump. And because it's different, it helps you stand out and makes you more fun, more interesting, a better place for people to go. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover today. I hope you found some value in what we talked about. If you have any questions or anything we can do to support you, please let us know. And we look forward to seeing you next time on Marketing Tips Tuesday from PracticeFuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.